Just to check, it was a negatory on like showing physical body parts and scars, right? Okay. But I mean, the clothes will stay on. No, all right. So, I unfortunately have the blessing of having a multitude of physical scars, all from various accidents and usually animal related. But I'm going to go with one of my earliest, most memorable ones was 8th grade. You know how you're all sitting around your science class and everybody's not really doing the work that's like listed in front of them with the safety equipment that's listed in front of them. And out of all the things in an 8th grade science class that you would expect to gain an injury from, the simple ballpoint pen is not one of them. So we're taking notes and doing things, and I have a folder. One of my friends turns in, is angry that I am not taking appropriate notes. Apparently I write like chicken scratch, I'm not neat enough, what have you. So she wants to hand me instead like the flaming beaker with the chemicals and take the ballpoint pen from me. So she rips this folder out of my hands and it catches along the inside of my index finger. Very, very, very deeply, to the point where bone is showing. And I immediately grasp it, and I'm like holding my hands up. We're a busy 8th grade class with a very distracted teacher who, bless his heart, he was trying because the boys were actually like, you know, lighting their eyebrows on fire somehow. It's, you know, I'm the nice kid. I'm the good DeVoe. I'm not the one that gets into any kind of trouble. So when I come up, it's like, no, Ashley, just wait a second. Mr. Wise, Mr. Wise, Mr. Wise. Mr. Wise, and he's like, Ashley, just wait a minute, and it's, no, and he finally turns and looks at me, and looks down, and I hold up my cupped hands, which are promptly filled with blood, and dripping on the floor, because I'm holding my finger together, and he just, whoosh, to the floor. Now I'm standing there, and now the entire class, you know, of 20 kids knows that, oh crap, Ashley's really, really bleeding. And Mr. Wise is unconscious. All right, the phone is by the door, and there's a list by the door, and I'm telling my friends, just call the nurse's office, tell them I'm on my way. I don't think I'm supposed to touch the phone, guys. No, like just pick up the phone, call the nurse's office, tell them I'm on my way. I don't want to touch it, like he's on the floor. You gotta let somebody know, like come on, guys. So, at this point, I just turned to the door to bolt past the door, and in my hurry, the door is one of those push and pulls. I was in 8th grade, and I bounce off the door and hit the floor next to Mr. Wise on my tuchus. He's unconscious. I'm bleeding everywhere. And one of my friends finally comes and opens the door, and I scurry down the hallway, and I'm running down the hall, arms full of blood, and like dripping a lovely trail. I come busting in the nurse's office, and she's there taking some kid's temperature, and just, Miss Nisi, and she's, boom, to the floor. Really? Really, guys? So, it takes the adjunct nurse to come in, she gets a compress on her, lifts her feet, and starts wrapping my hand, and like, holds my hand above my head, and I'm just, like, not even woozy, but I would think I've lost a lot of blood. You're in 8th grade, you're 14 years old, you don't have a whole lot to lose. And there's like a murder trail down the hallway to the nurse's office. And they don't even call my parents. They wrap me up in this giant cast thing and send me back to class where Mr. Wise is finally recovering. And he's sitting up, everyone's just kind of milling about. No one's working on the science project at this point. Nobody cares about anything with their notebooks. And I'm sitting there with my big old fist of a nubbins and just staring at my friend like, you did this to me. This is your fault. Really? The pen? Like nothing else? The pen? Cue to getting home, my mother refuses to take me to the hospital for stitches. Because according to her, stitches in a finger are the worst thing ever. It's the worst pain you can have. And the one time she had to get stitches, like tried to take out of her finger, all of her friends and family had to get her so drunk, and she was not going to get her 14-year-old drunk to take stitches out. So I have a lovely whorl scar across the inside of my finger, and I have no idea whatever happened to my friend, but I hope she's happy with her ballpoint pen.